Hello, guys. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to you all. Welcome back to Gospel News, where we dey bring on endless information. We be say they hot, and we know they lag, but we know they lag behind. They try our best in putting it straight and bringing you back to back. May not be like say you they miss out on some things. May we go straight to the reason why we are here. Today is the 3rd of May, 2023. How time flies. Before we go know am now, December go down reach. And then 2023 go still come finish. We go enter new year. Now we'll go straight to the reason why we are here today. As you look at our screen, so you go see say it don't dey loaded. And the latest info that we have at hand now say Niger Delta Mìlitànts don't resume hostilities. Say them bomb oil facilities. No be small thing be this one. I say, it don't ready to say development, waiting they define, reach their hand. I say, wow. But I know they understand these Niger Delta people. Waiting be a problem. Oh, sorry. And I remember, I said they define salary. I be peanut where they go give them. When is it Tinubu or be Buhari, anyone go give them. May they take go buy small things, stay eat. When that one finish, they will come out again and say, oh, we want the government to come and pay our what it be that. I think say they don't even give these people amnesty before. During the time of Yaradua, they come Panji again. Now people will be say they suppose even pull out for the liberation and their freedom. No, they prefer peanut. They prefer chin and granite. Once they give them, they'll go back to their bed and sleep. They say these people don't resume oil bombing. They bomb everywhere. They even issued more threats. I will give on more details. They say even the failed president of the zoo now, where they call Buhari, say they in serious panic. 29 days to Buhari's exit. Niger Delta Mìlitànts resume oil hostilities, bomb oil facilities. When they see and there, the things have shocked me. I almost missed this news. I for not even see them. And their brother, where they call Akpa, EFCC asked Akpa to turn himself in over corruption investigation. And so they carry them every day. As far as they know be Fulani, they know they probe them. When I don't hear the news, when I give on about Buhari's nephew, where they don't post to United Kingdom to evade any arrest as Buhari is moving out of office. When they see how they plan their own. But as far as say, be from that side. We collect water from this government too. Maybe we can't still they use common sense, but we don't want. We say, oh, we are Niger Delta. Forget about those people where they shall Biafra. No, we no follow them. We be Nigeria. As I don't go collect your own share. Tompolo, you go still collect your own share. Ihenebe no kanebe. I go still show now one video where we say we go obtain from the Niger Delta side to show you how the people are suffering in that region. We'll go straight. No time to waste. Now, they say a militant group, Niger Delta Strike Force, DSF, in Delta State, specializing in bombing and vandalizing of oil installations in the Niger Delta region, has laid claim to the massive attacks on oil facilities in Akpa and Afiesere and their neighboring communities in Uheli North local government area of Delta State, to force the operators of OML 30 and OML 34 to shut down their operations. This is coming barely 4 weeks to the end of the administration of Muhammadu Buhari, who has buried the country into canal as I speak to you now. The group, in an email sent to our correspondent, admitted that the militant group at 10:30 p.m. on April 27, 2023, attacked the flow station, noting that it will never relent on its effort at crippling the activities of the oil companies in the state until the federal government accedes to its demand. And I don't know whether we see whether we go find their demand here. Una suppose even the demand for better thing. But at the end of the day now, once federal government know and the way they eat on top table, throw some granite, pure for grand, una go rush on like dog, come eat them, una go keep quiet, enter on a shell back. Why not demand for permanent freedom? Why not demand for permanent liberation? stand on your own, una no get sense. Una still dey allegiance to this Fulani Caliphate government. The image maker of the group, General Mass Killer, accused the federal government of abandoning them after using its members to prosecute the war against the insurgent group, the Niger Delta Avengers, NDA, in 2016, but has now turned around to award contracts to the leadership of the Avengers while leaving those who fought them into extinction in limbo. Una dey see divide and rule tactics na they use for these people. They brought these people, Niger Delta Strike Force, to attack the Niger Delta Avengers, and they succeeded in killing themselves in 2016. Now, the people who didn't use kill the Niger Delta Avengers now, they abandoned them and gave the contract to Tompolo, who will be the Oga Patapata of the Niger Delta Avengers. The Niger Delta Strike Force, we fight Niger Delta Avengers now, they abandoned them and gave the contract to Tompolo. Maybe they define the same contract now. People will lack common sense to reason properly. According to him, the bombing of Agbara Oto oil wellheads is one in a series of such actions coming after the recent attacks on the Afisere flow station, Kokori. All are in Uheli North, Ethiopia East, and the Isoko North local government area of the oil-rich state of Delta. Maskila boasted that his group will ensure it continually undermines the porous and inept security operations around OML 30 and 34 to gallantly sustain the tempo. He said, until its demands are met by the NNPCL and NPDC, it won't stop bombing oil facilities in the state, saying it's a prelude to full-scale attacks on government infrastructure. The Otorogun gas plant, according to Maskila, is the group's prime target, a facility he said will receive baptism of fire in no distant time. The condition for peace the group maintained is withdrawal of the pipeline surveillance contract of OML 30 and the 34 allegedly awarded by proxy to Zen Energy, an end to gas flaring in the state. Commitment by the federal government towards rehabilitation of the Southeast-West Road for ease of movement. Activation of the Niger Delta or Delta State Steel Company, Alaja, to engage data youth. Award of the pipeline surveillance contract to members of the Delta Strike Force who were used to prosecute the war against the Avengers in 2016. Thorough investigation of those behind the awarded contract to the Avengers. Una dey see am. Now this one be waiting the demand now. Say now all these ones they go do. Make them cease to attack and bomb the oil facilities. You don't read to my people. All the promises made by the federal government earlier in the year, the group want them fulfilled. I say now when Buhari almost come out for Chichi, now na con the bomb. I don't even understand within the worry our people safe. Buhari get like 3 weeks to come out for that place as I speak to you now, because he don't already chop almost 7 days out of the 1 month when he get. Now as I talk to you now, no only file in the pack, and just they arrange, or maybe the ones we didn't loot, just they use ink, they clean them. Maybe for no see and say they loot money this side, then loot money that side. Now I can't start hostilities. Which time in get to come arrange and settle all this on our promises? This is beating a dead horse. It doesn't make any sense at all. According to these people, speaking to the correspondent of Daily Times, they say that the person who spoke in the condition of anonymity. He says some of the stakeholders of impacted communities alleged that the action of Delta Strike Force on oil facilities in their communities has political undertones. We perceived political undertones and envy in the action of the military group. This is not ordinary. They are bent to destroy government properties in our communities. Government should catch out these miscreants and bring them to book. This is what someone told the correspondent of Daily Times. Say, they no go gree who say na bad belle people with the envy Tompolo, and then they carry out this attack. And in this oil-rich Niger Delta, so-called Niger Delta, my show now how they take they enjoy for that side instead of to demand for turning their zone into Dubai. They still did there, they demand for contract. Just like they gave Tompolo when they pack money pool for pocket. Tofia. And almost walk oko. Na so as a redoko bogo still calling home. Before you know it, you go here. Asawana. It don't finish. Once those ones do finish, case closed. Wanna watch this video and see what they are doing in Niger Delta. How that place has turned to Dubai now. Now they see him. This is a bridge, oh. And see somebody, mama, in one cross bridge. See, this is a bridge, oh. This is in Niger, in so-called Niger Delta, where the oil can feed the whole nation. The oil can feed the whole nation. But look at the kind of bridge they are using. And Akpa is from all that region, oh. Akpa. All of them are Saredokobo, Tompolo. Look at your region, Niger Delta. See how your people are suffering. Una no fit demand say, if they no do all these bridges, if they no do roads for all these places, say nobody go pass there, una go bury all those oil installations there. May they use their ear hear them. But look at how you people are suffering. The only thing on a coffee demand, oh, give us contract to, we'll take and they do this one. Look at a bridge in the so-called Niger Delta producing oil. Oh, the oil in Delta State belongs to Zamfara. The oil in Delta State belongs to the North. The oil in Delta State belongs to Jigawa. The oil in Delta State belongs to us. As far as this country remains one, we will do like this. And your mumuna ain't too much. You don't want to speak out to liberate your people. Look at your condition. Look at how you are living. So-called, I mean, Niger Delta, I know with Biafra. If I get there, Biafra something, what they do? Blah, 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 blah. Look at your life there. You they see, mad people, a Jupiter, Ebenile, ye, they smell. I beg you, your job before I go change mind on top matter like this, because this kind of thing, they vex me. If you were independent, would your life be like this? The answer is no. But Fulanis are using you people to kill yourselves instead of you to join hands together and say no to this intimidation. I don't go do them. Akpa now, you don't thief money. Now, EFCC don't define them. And I don't know whether they don't go catch him. I never catch him. EFCC asked Akpa to turn himself in over corruption investigation. Now, they say the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, has asked the former Minister of Niger Delta Affairs and Senator-elect for Bømb North West District, Godswill Akpa, to report at its headquarters in Abuja for interrogation over a corruption allegation against him. Mr. Akpa is one of the contenders for the office of the Senate President in the 10th National Assembly. The EFCC asked Mr. Akpa to personally report to Anti-Graft Agency on 9th of May. So he never reached. You still get time. This was contained in the office follow-up letter dated 13th April to Mr. Akpa through his lawyer, Ume Kalo, which is a senior advocate of Nigeria. Mr. Akpa, a former governor of Akwa Ibom State, was earlier invited by EFCC in March. But Mr. Kalu, in a letter to the commission dated 27th March, said his client would not be able to honor the invitation due to a scheduled medical appointment overseas. These are the people who Niger Delta Commissioner be waiting. They no fit build any single hospital in their region. You still want to go overseas, go receive treatment. May God no allow early death may meet one and di beribe. According to Mr. Carlos later, the senator-elect was suffering from pneumonia and the cardiac arrhythmia and was advised to seek medical treatment abroad. Now, so all of us just see everybody in the country as fools. People go school finish. So who are they treating actually? Since all the politicians are going abroad for medical treatment, una go money wey una go take do use for plane for exclusive class, una go enter for plane. They go use and build community. Una go come go there, go carry okpo, go carry okpo miliki, come lodge for a expensive hotel. Our money now una dey use. Una no fit build hospital. We all these people where they go school, go practice. When they finish school here, they will still find way to travel abroad. Una go still come there, come receive treatment. Are you people not fools? Claim una be politicians in the beribe. They say that pneumonia is an acute respiratory infection that affects the lungs, making breathing painful and limiting oxygen intake, while cardiac arrhythmia, on the other hand, is an irregular heartbeat. Upon all the money una dey loot, una still dey get sickness. Upon all the food una say una dey chop to survive forever, una live forever young, una still dey sick. No be juju be that. It is in the light of the above that we respectfully request that our client's appointment with you be rescheduled to a date convenient to our officers, preferably after the Easter and Ramadan holidays, Mr. Uche, the lawyer, said in his reply to EFCC on behalf of Mr. Akpa. It is unclear for now if the invitation was in connection with his activities while serving as Minister of Niger Delta Affairs or during his tenure as governor of oil-rich Akpa State. A spokesperson to Mr. Akpa, Jackson Odom, told Premium Times Friday he was not aware of the EFCC's invitation. This newspaper in June 2015 reported how the EFCC began an investigation into the alleged theft of 108.1 billion naira of Akpa Ibom state funds. The investigation was triggered by a petition to the commission by an Abuja-based lawyer and activist, Leo Ekpenyang. 4 months later, the EFCC detained Mr. Akpa over the alleged fraud. Mr. Akpa, after leaving the EFCC headquarters, denied being detained, but said he was summoned to respond to corruption allegations. A young lawyer from my state, apparently referring to Mr. Ekpenyang, has been petitioning the EFCC accusing me of corruption. Mr. Akpa explained why he was invited by the EFCC. Whether they recover the money, 108.1 billion. Oh, God. Upon that, una go still die. Una go still, I think so una go live forever with all this money, una dey thief. But una go still die, live am. Tofia. Fools as black politicians, fools, total fools. Una no get sense. Una no fit build on our own country, everything una dey go abroad. Tell me how many people from America, from Europe, where they come your own country, come seek medical help, all of una, only abroad, with money, una go take build hospital. I beg you, not these ones, they make me the verse for all these so-called Niger Delta militants. I be waiting, they call them. Una no free demand for waiting go sustain una. Una go still allow una politicians, they fly, come out. Una go hold them by the groin and bomb them. Una go still live there. I beg. Oh, go another news before I go change mind here, the verse.